So probably one of the key things that I've noticed in the generation I grew up in is I was brought up during the no fat movement. No fat, low fat. And so all they basically did was get rid of fat and add a whole bunch of sugar. So basically, we've created a sugar addicted population. So that seems wrong because we all know that sugar multiplies. Okay, hold on. No, we don't all know. I'm going to tell you that plain and simple, if you watch the population get more sick after holidays, the common denominator is the sugar. It's not the fact that you add in the stress of family dynamics and sugar, although that's a topic for another day. It is the most accumulative thing that is common in every meal around Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day, birthdays, any type of celebration. It's sugar. And what happens after? All of a sudden you have this increase in bronchial issues and stuffy noses and sneezing. And for those of you that know my backstory, know very well that I was a sick kid. And for those of you who don't know, 17 years before I finally realized that I couldn't have any antibiotics anymore because they'd used every one of them on me to try and cure something that couldn't be cured with antibiotics. They thought I had pneumonia, they thought I had bronchial pneumonia, they thought you had bronchitis, they thought I had strep throat, and all along, a dairy allergy. Now, had I just been tested for my food intolerances when I was younger, would have solved that, wouldn't it? Alright, so we digress. So let's get back to the whole thing of quality food. I challenge you to go to the grocery store without looking at price tags and getting all caught up in your head about this costs too much and this costs too much. I want you to go buy something in its most whole form. So that means I'm not looking for you to go get anything that's been processed. I'm not looking for anything in a sauce. I just want you to go get pure meat or pure fish that has not been farmed, that has not been GMO'd. And I want you to get enough to last you for 1 week. So in my family, that could look like a lamb shoulder roast and a full chicken and a salmon and probably some cod. Vegetables would be probably asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower. Those are kind of the go-tos in this household. But again, you choose. Don't even worry if it's high glycemic or low glycemic vegetables. Just go and get this. Good quality, non-GMO. And for 1 week, I want you to start your day with a little sprig of lemon and warm water. And then I want you to consume meals in an 8-hour window. Now, if you're like, oh my gosh, 8 hours, I can't do it. Fine, make it 10 then. 8 to 10 hours. So that the rest of your time, your 16, 18 hours, whatever it may be, you're not eating. You're not having a glass of wine. You're not having a dessert. You're simply eating in this 8 to 10 hour window. Eating these good quality ingredients. And then come back to me and let me know how you did. So we've got counting calories. We've got poor food choices. So talking about nutrients. And then the reason why I'm getting you to consume food in an 8-hour window or a 10-hour window is I'm trying to help you understand that your blood sugar fluctuates. So if you have a lot of high sugar foods, if you have a lot of high carbohydrate foods, your insulin will spike, your blood glucose will show higher, and you might have dramatic mood swings with this, you might have weight gain with this. And so it's really important to have an understanding of what it is that makes you tick every day. Are you the person that gets up first thing in the morning and drags yourself to the coffee maker? Do you have to throw in a big green tea? So figuring out what is best for you for keeping everything even Steven would be awesome. So make some notes over the course of the week and just notice how you feel when you start eating meats and fish with these lower, these vegetables, right? We didn't put a threshold on that. And then I want you to notice whether or not you have bursts of energy and drops in energy, because that can play a part of your cortisol levels. Now, cortisol levels can also be stresses. Stresses can be little things that never get addressed in your household. Stresses can be you're anticipating things happening, but they never happen. Stresses can be living in the past and not moving forward. So many different things. So again, make some notes around that on what that would look like for you, because that starts to paint a picture of what cortisol means to you. So next up is exposure to toxic ingredients. And I think I'm pretty fortunate in that I switched a lot of things very quickly and early on to simple ingredients. So something that everybody typically has kicking around is vinegar and baking soda. Just the other night I had to clear a sink for some stuff that got caught in there. And yeah, throw in your baking soda, throw in your vinegar, and voila, you have a clear sink. You can use that same vinegar and water on your windows. You can use a little bit of essential oil if you don't like the smell of vinegar. One of my big go-tos is tea tree and lavender, or tea tree and eucalyptus. The tea tree is your cleaner, and your eucalyptus or your lavender take the edge off of the tea tree. So those are great things. So take a look at the things that are in your house. You don't need 6 different bottles of things. You need something that cleans, something that degreases, something that cleans your clothes, something that does your dishes. That's it. I've been to people's houses where I've done kitchen overloads and happened to look in their laundry room, and it's amazing how many chemicals people store and don't even realize they're storing chemicals. So have a good look and see what toxic load you can decrease. One of the other things that came about in my life shortly after my girls were born is I realized I had heavy metal toxicity. So I had all the mercury amalgams removed out of my teeth. And then I switched all of my pots because I thought stainless steel pots were great. I thought aluminum was okay. I have cast iron everything. So again, making these little changes are so paramount to your overall health and well-being. Lastly, Dr. Mindy talks about the one-size-fit-all approaches. And I'm here to say that I have a lovely household here. I've got someone who does fantastic on carnivore. I've got somebody who does great on keto. And I have somebody who does great on keto carnivore, so kind of keto-warish. We're all different. What I will tell you is that no one survived as a vegan. Nobody survived as a vegetarian. The hormonal thresholds that were changed and not met were outstanding when more vegan meals were introduced to this family. So that just doesn't work. A plant-based life does not work. Fake foods cannot replace real foods. So I'm a firm believer of, a one-size-fits-all approach doesn't work. But at the same time, I'm a huge believer that we need things that we can hunt, we need things that we can gather, and we need things that we can fish. But as far as something that is made in the lab, and you're telling me to consume it, like a protein powder, or a tofu ladi, like, are you kidding me? Where have we gone so abundantly wrong that you cannot critically think? You are so jacked on sugar and so jacked on fake food that you don't have the ability to critically think anymore? Yes, I'm being judgmental. Yes, I'm being harsh. But honestly, people, you tell me how nutrient-dense a life of plastic food can be compared to the foods that I've asked you to get for 1 week. So I'll leave you with this. My challenge, just to reiterate, I want you to take the opportunity for 1 week to not look at the price and just eat good quality ingredients for 1 week and tell me how you feel. Start your day with lemon water. Try to consume water throughout the day. If you can eliminate your caffeine for the week, great, but I'm not focused on that. Hydration I'm focused on. I'm focused on good quality meat and fish and vegetables. Tell me, please, how you do. I really want to see people change. Simple little things you can do to evoke change in your whole family's life and create a healthy body. A healthy body, a healthy life, renew you. It's just that simple. Thanks for joining.